This Creative Flow Yoga video assumes that the viewer already has a working knowledge of triangle, half moon pose, Parivrtta Parvakonasana, revolved warrior, upward and downward facing dog. Please refer to the video description for more information, video level, and for health guidance. Coming to the front of the mat, assuming the mountain pose, taking up Namaste, hands at the heart center in prayer position. Breathing, spending a few moments to center the awareness within the body. Gradually, as you're ready, with an inhalation, releasing the arms down towards the sides, then sweeping them up to alongside the head. On an exhalation, allowing the knees to bend, deep squat Utkatasana, hands to the heart center again. Inhalation to reach the arms up and out. Exhaling here, lengthening the spine. Inhaling to extend the legs. Exhaling to release the arms. Breathing in again, sweeping the arms up and out, lengthening the spine. Exhalation, deep squat Utkatasana, long line, tailbone to crown. Inhalation, reaching up. Exhalation, hold. Inhalation to extend again through the legs. Exhalation to release the arms to the sides. Once more coming in, breath sweeping the arms up to either side of the ears. Exhalation, deep squat Utkatasana. Inhalation, arms stretching up. Now one arm sweeps back. Exhalation, inhalation, back up again. Exhalation, the other arm sweeps down and back. Inhalation, back up again. Exhalation, down and back. Inhalation, up. Exhalation, scissor the arm back. Inhalation, up. Exhalation to fold the body forwards. Both arms sweep back, interlacing the fingers. Forward bend, stretching into the knuckles behind the head, lengthening the upper spine and breathing. Once again, as you're ready, inhalation to roll right back up, to sweep the arms to either side of the head. Exhalation, arms coming down. Inhalation, the arms sweep up. Exhalation, deep squat Utkatasana. Inhalation, arms up, scissoring again. Exhalation, one arm down. Inhalation, up. Exhalation, down. Inhalation, up. Exhalation, down and back. Inhalation, up. Exhalation, down and back. Inhalation, up. Exhalation, both arms sweep back, interlacing the fingers, lifting the sitting bones up and back, forward bend. Arms release behind the back of the head, stretching into the knuckles, abdominal muscles really strong and lifted. Feeling the length and the weight through the spine here. Grounding the feet. Exhalation, just allowing the arms to sweep right back and up, passing through Utkatasana for a moment. Exhalation, prayer pose. And once again, inhalation, the arms sweeping up. Exhalation, Utkatasana. As you're ready again, arms sweep back, interlacing the hands behind the back of the head, lengthening through the spine. Inhalation, spine reaches forwards, hands to the tips of the toes. Exhalation, fold down and back again. Inhalation, right leg steps back. Exhalation, left leg follows. Downward facing dog. Deep lift in the lower abdomen. Navel pulls to the spine, adjusting the legs and the arms so that the spine can release and lengthen forwards and downwards into the weight of the head. Breathing. Inhaling, exhaling into the plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhalation, Bhujangasana. Exhalation, back and up, Ardha Chandrasana, opening the spine. Once again, exhalation through to Chaturanga Dandasana plank again. Push into the heels, lengthen into the crown, upward facing dog through the spine. Exhalation, up and back, downward facing dog. And breathing. Again, allowing the spine to receive the actions of the arms and the legs. Breathing. On an inhalation, stepping the right foot forward, then the left leg follows. Uttanasana for a moment, breathing in, sweeping back up. Exhalation, hands to the heart center, Tadasana, mountain. Once again, breathing in straight through into Utkatasana. Exhalation to fold forwards, hands interlace behind the head for a moment. Once again, as you're ready, inhalation to let the spine lengthen and lift upwards and forwards, fingertips to the tips of the toes. Exhalation, folding the body back down to the legs. Inhalation, left leg steps back. Exhalation, right leg steps back. Adjusting the legs and the arms so that the spine can release forwards. Ardha Chandrasana. Deep lift in the lower abdomen, navel pulling to the spine, breath working deep within the chest. Once again, inhalation, exhalation through to plank, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhalation, Bhujangasana through the spine, tailbone to crown, long line, opening and arching. Exhalation, back and up, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathing. Once again, coming down, finding Chaturanga Dandasana on an exhalation. Know where your spine is. Send the tailbone back to the heels, lengthen into the crown, and then lift the spine forwards and upwards. Ardha Chandrasana, upward facing dog. Exhalation, up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing again, letting the spine rest, arms and the legs working. Breath nice and deep and strong. Inhalation, left leg steps up. Exhalation, right leg follows, Uttanasana. And again, inhalation to flow up, arms to either side of the head. And then once again, exhalation, Utkatasana. Breathing out, coming into a twist this time, keeping the left hip reaching back, twisting towards the right side. Breathing in, pass through Utkatasana. Breathing out, twisting towards the left side. Keep the right hip reaching back, spine really long through both sides of the waist. Once again, inhalation, Utkatasana. Exhalation to fold forwards, arms sweep back and behind the head again. As you're ready, on an inhalation, letting the spine lift up, lengthening tailbone to crown, fingertips to the tips of the toes. Exhalation, folding the trunk of the body back towards the legs. Inhalation to stride the right leg back. Exhalation, left leg follows. Ardha Chandrasana, downward facing dog. Breathing here. And again, we're going to flow the spine through Cobra and upward facing dog. Just find the spine in downward facing dog here. And then as you pass through into the plank, finding the spine, keep the spine supported with the core muscles as the body comes onto the mat. Breathing in, Cobra. Breathing out, flow the spine from Cobra, tailbone to crown into downward facing dog. Exhalation, plank. Here again, know where your tailbone is. Find the line through your spine. Lift up and out, upward facing dog, using your back and core muscles. Exhalation, downward facing dog. Preparing in a moment to stride the right leg forwards. Can either just stride through directly on an inhalation or raising the right leg high behind. Let it lengthen back in line with the tailbone. Inhalation, striding the right leg forward. Exhalation, reach into the back heel and lengthen your spine out of the hips. Exhalation, turning towards the front leg, reaching the right arm up to the sky, heart center opening and breathing. Long push into that back heel to keep the whole spine open. Breathing. Exhalation to unspiral. Exhalation and to step the left foot back. Breathing in to roll up through the spine. Ardha Hastasana, arcing up and back. Exhalation to flow back down again. Utkatasana, straight into forward bend. Uttanasana, arms interlaced behind the head. Breathing. With an inhalation, the spine opening forwards from the tailbone. Fingertips coming in line with the tips of the toes. Then again, exhalation to fold forwards, whole spine lengthening along the line of the thigh bones. Breathing in to this time step the left leg back. Exhalation, right leg follows. Finding the spine in Ardha Chandrasana, downward facing dog. Breathing. Feeling the line tailbone to crown. And then in a moment as we pass into the plank, keeping the sense of the axis of the spine in the Chaturanga Dandasana plank position, knees, chest, chin to the mat, breathing in Cobra. Exhalation, flowing the spine up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Exhalation, plank from the tailbone, flow the spine, use your core muscles to support your back into upward facing dog. Exhalation, downward facing dog. And again, in a moment, the left leg's going to stride forward on an inhalation, either with a raised leg or a simple stride in. Pushing into the back heel, lengthen the tailbone towards your right heel. Exhalation, spiraling towards that front leg. Heart center open, shoulder blades wide and moving down the back. Breathing here, reaching to the sky, reaching into the back heel and right through the length of the inside of the right leg through the spine into the crown. Exhalation, stepping up. Once again, breathing in to roll up, passing through Ardha Chandrasana, lifting up and back. And again, on an exhalation, back to Tadasana in Namaste. And breathing, spending a few moments again to connect with the body from the inside, experiencing the energy circulating within the body in the aftermath of the postures. The next section, we're just from Tadasana going to raise the heels, Ardha Hastasana with the heel raised, just testing the balance. Check that you're really using the gluteal muscles, the muscles in the back of the waist and the upper back to balance. And then gently from here, with the arms still raised, keeping the center strength really strong through the abdomen, we're going to roll forwards, leading with the crown of the head. So although the hands are in front of the head, lead from the spine. Control the forward bend through the spine, the core muscles, the back muscles, working to support the spine in, leading with the crown of the head then, rather than the arms. So it's a spinal movement rather than the spine being dragged by the arms. Really trying to stretch the spine here and feel it open. And now in this position, keeping the weight in the feet, Uttanasana, but with an extended back, a long slope through the spine, tailbone to crown. Again, just allowing the spine to receive the actions of gravity and the position of the arms and the legs here. Just exploring the energy that the spine can feel. Walking the hands back towards the feet and breathing. And once again, in a moment, we're going to roll back up through the spine. Checking that the abdominal muscles are nice and strong. And aiming to feel the spine unfurl vertebra by vertebra right back up to the top. Once again, assuming a standing position, being centered within the body, ready to move from this space that the body occupies into the space of the next posture. The next posture is triangle. It's a short triangle, breathing in a short stride of the right leg forwards, just allowing the left heel to come in line with the right heel at the front. Nothing too strenuous here, nothing too strict in a way. Just breathing in to let the arms lift up, and then with an exhalation, opening the left arm upwards, your whole spine lengthening, tailbone to crown, continuing to spiral the left arm up and back. So the spine's twisted now, letting the left hip open back a little bit with the arm. And from here, keeping a little bit more weight in the left leg than in the right leg. On an exhalation, hinging at the hip, let a long spine extend outwards along the line of your right leg. Keep stretching back into the right sitting bone to keep the right waist long, using the muscles along the underside of the right side of the trunk to support the spine, right up through the waist and the ribs. Heart center opening. Breath channeling down the spine, keeping that left heel really grounded, pulling up through the knees on both sides. Now we're going to transfer the weight to the front leg, bring the sitting bone of the right hip above the right heel, using the gluteal muscles, raising the left leg away from the floor, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Keeping the shoulder blades pulling down the back behind you and your back muscles working. The front of the body is opening and lengthening, chest, abdomen, hip. Now we're going to breathe in and change the angle of the trunk of the body so that we come into a knee balance and the left knee lifts up. Exhalation to take hold of the left toes, pushing into the left heel, pulling the left hip back. And if your balance feels strong enough, turning and looking back towards the left side. Exhalation, releasing the left foot and just passing again through Ardha Hastasana, forwards and downwards again, Uttanasana, forward bend. Breathing here, spine again lengthening from the tailbone towards the crown of the head, trying to keep the front of the spine really open. And often we need to let the knees bend for that to happen. And there's quite a lot of release through the inside leg, inside hip, inside knee, inside heel to lengthen the legs there. Inhalation to roll up through the spine. Going to work to the other side now, coming into Trikonasana and then half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Just aligning the body, tailbone sinking downwards, crown of the head moving upwards, spine nice and tall. Breathing in, breathing out to step the left foot forward. Just a gentle stride again here, because we're coming into a balance. We're keeping the distance between the feet not too great. Breathing in, both arms lift up in front of the chest. And now with the exhalation, it's the right arm that lifts up and past the right ear. And then exhaling, comes behind the body, letting the spine spiral here. And the right hip opens back with the right arm. A little bit more weight into the right leg. And breathing in, breathing out to lengthen the spine, hinging at the hip, forwards and outwards along the line of the left thigh. Keep pulling up through both kneecaps, keeping the back heel and back foot well grounded. Lower side of the trunk of the body, the left side strong, the left waist lifting up, the left ribs lifting up. Left hip reaches back, heart center opens, and we breathe. Now from here to come into the balance, let your mind stay very much in your spine. Keep it lengthening, tailbone to crown. Keep the strength behind you in the upper back, back of the waist. Pull up in the gluteal muscles on your right leg and let the front of the right hip stay open. Inside hip on your left side needs to stay open, so you're working in the outside of the left thigh, back of your waist, back of your ribs. Breathing here, beautiful lengthening of the spine. Spine lengthening in space, just hanging there. And then once again, as you're ready, we're going to transfer the balance. Keep the left hip above the left heel, swinging the right leg forward. Just follow your spine into this movement as well. Then, if it feels viable, just taking the toes of the right leg, extending into the right leg as you press your right hip back. Abdominal muscles working hard, back muscles working hard. And another spiral, looking back towards the right arm. Breathing in to release the leg. Knee balance, exhalation. Once again, to just gently fold forwards. Uttanasana, stretching the spine, leading with the spine, leading with the head rather than with the arms. Just really open the spine here after those strong twists of the last sequence. And again, letting the spine open forwards and downwards, finding the spine opening through its own weight, letting the knees bend so the spine can truly lengthen over the front of the spine and then lift up from the heels to the sitting bones to open the posture. Shoulder blades wide, moving up the back. Once again, abdomen strong, inhaling, rolling up through the spine. Tadasana in Namaste. Just a moment to again connect with the body from the inside. Breathing and knowing the after effects of the postures through the mind, through the body. Coming to the back of the mat, with the abdominal muscles lifted, folding forwards into Uttanasana, and then allowing the arms to walk forwards to create downward facing dog. Letting the knees bend and bringing the thighs against the abdomen, deep lift in the center of the abdomen and the lower abdomen, and then allowing the heels to sink downwards as the sitting bones lift as high as possible. From the apex at the sitting bones, allowing the spine to lengthen forwards and downwards through its own length into the weight of the head. Breathing here, knowing where the spine is, ready to, with an inhalation, step the right leg forward to between the hands, anchoring the left heel to the mat, lengthen the spine out along the line of the right thigh, left arm sweeping up to the left ear, and then letting the spine spiral, moving from the back of the waist, back of the ribs, back of the shoulders into the Trikonasana. Wonderful open position, spine lengthening, right sitting bone reaching back. Breathing here, heart center open, left hand reaching for the sky. Infinity. Exhalation to let the left arm come down into the back of the waist, left fingertips taking hold of the right thigh, opening the chest some more. Keep opening between the tailbone and the crown and breathing to really feel the energy of the posture. Legs stay strong. Now a lunge into the right leg, right knee coming above the right ankle, unfurling upwards through the spine, arching backwards, reaching the right arm into the sky, heart center lifted to the sky, Parivrtta Parvakonasana, revolved warrior. Breathing here. Really let the breath come in deep. Exhalation to flow the right side of the body again down along the right thigh, lifting up in the left arm, Parsvakonasana, strong pressure of the left heel into the mat, lengthening through the left side with the left arm coming alongside the ear, heel, hip, shoulder, hand, long line through space. Exhalation to revolve the body so that the abdomen is towards the mat again, pushing into the back heel and spiraling the spine now towards the right leg. Once again, heel, hip, shoulder, crown of head, a long line through space. Breathing out to untwist, breathing in, breathing out to step back, Ardha Chandrasana. Aligning the spine. Knowing where it is so that on the exhalation as you pass through into the plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, heels push back, tailbone pushes back, lengthen the spine forwards and upwards, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathing in, breathing out, up and back, Ardha Chandrasana again. Breathing here, long line through the spine, support through the legs. Inhalation, left leg steps through to between the hands, right heel anchors to the mat behind the left heel. Pulling up through the thigh muscles on both legs, spiraling the spine along the line of the left leg, right arm reaches alongside the ear and then up to the sky. Breathing here, keep the underside of the trunk of the body strong, left sitting bone keeps reaching back, shoulder blades wide and moving down the back. Breathing. Again, infinity. Wonderful open position of the Trikonasana. Exhalation to let the right hand pass into the back of the waist, right fingertips taking hold of the left thigh. Really opening the chest, lengthening the spine here. Exhalation now to lunge into the left leg. Give a long stretch through the inside of the right leg. Arch of the right foot lifts, spine unfolds, heart center lifts to the sky, left arm reaches to the sky. Breathing once again, Parivrtta Parvakonasana, revolved warrior. Exhalation to let the left side lengthen out along the side of the right thigh, left thigh, and lifting up into the right arm, heart center open, breathing. Letting the right arm come alongside the ear, long line from that right heel, right hip, right shoulder, right fingertips. Feel the spine lengthening as much as possible at the center. Breathing. And again, on an exhalation, revolving the body so the abdomen and chest are towards the mat again. Exhalation to carefully let the right hip sink, right waist, right ribs, right shoulders, revolving now towards your left leg. Lifting up in the left arm. Long line, heel, hip, shoulder, crown again. Exhalation to unspiral. Breathing in, breathing out to step back. Bringing the left leg back into Ardha Chandrasana again. Once more after those strong twists, letting the spine lengthen, passing through into Chaturanga Dandasana, push into the heels, push into the sitting bones, breathing in, breathing out, support the spine into the upward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out, downward facing dog. Just allowing the body to rest for a moment in the downward facing dog. And then we're going to breathe in and spring the feet forwards to either side of the hands. Malasana, the garland pose. Letting the sitting bones sink downwards, aiming to allow your spine to lengthen upwards as much as possible. Checking that the knees are staying in line with the center of the toes. Shouldn't be too much rotation there between the knee joint and the shin bone. Breathing here. Then, with a little bit of support from the hands, releasing sitting bones onto the mat and taking up a similar position again through the legs, soles of the feet coming together, knees falling outwards, letting the spine open and lengthen through the space between the knees. Parvakonasana, bound angle pose, having that sense of the connection with the earth, the connection with the breath. And this posture feeling now very restorative after the strong dynamic practice that we've been following. Just letting the breath be as relaxed as possible here. Experiencing the posture from the inside. Knowing the energy and the quality of the energy moving through the body here at the end of the practice. Once again, inhalation to lift up and away from the Parvakonasana. We're going to come into the Supta Parvakonasana, supine bound angle pose now. Rolling down through the spine, allowing the arms to roll outwards away from the sides. Just bringing the heels close to the sitting bones, relaxing across the breadth of the hips into the hip joints, and then out through the thighs towards the knees. Spending a few moments in this posture of repose, being aware of the solidness of the contact of the body with the earth beneath, the contact at the back of the head, the back of the shoulders, the ribs, through the pelvis and through the feet. Allowing the breath to dive easily into the body, feeling the lightness and the spaciousness that the breath creates within the body, every inhalation. And again with the exhalations as the body leaves the body, that sense of renewal and connection with the earth beneath the body, dropping into those points of contact again. Life moving through stillness. The energy of your life centered within your body at present. Spending a few moments with that living presence. Gently again, just allowing the body to come out of the Supta Parvakonasana, letting the legs extend so that the lower back can soften, having a sense of the tailbone lengthening away from the back of the head. Just a few more moments of repose, absorbing the practice. Being with the breath. Simply being. And once again with an inhalation, letting the arms sweep up and around, stretching through the length of the body. Muscles engaging around the spine, all through the back, into the arms, into the legs. Hugging the legs in towards the body and just circling the hips on the mat, releasing the back. And gently then rolling onto one side, pressing up, coming through towards a seated position. Just having a sense of the senses moving outwards again. Good to breathe in and stretch up into the arms, seated mountain, Parivrtta. Exhalation, hands to the heart center. Breathing in to stretch up again, spine opening. And once again, exhalation, arms back to the sides. Spending a few moments here to remain centered, to remain focused, but also to have that sense of coming back into activity, ready to move out and about into the physical world that surrounds you. Last breath. Om Shanti Namaste. Thank you for watching this Creative Flow video sequence. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Hope to see you again soon on Movement Style. Please subscribe. Lets you know when I'm uploading new videos to the channel. See you next time.